Be a spiritual hero. The blue sky resounds. Do not be afraid of rumbling clouds. The vast ocean declares, do not overflow with surging emotions. The Himalayas stand resolute and firm. Do not tremble before any raging storm. The effulgent sun expounds. Do not be frightened by dark nights. The pole star proclaims, stay unshaken by shifting challenges. Likewise, be a spiritual hero. Attain the goal of life. Realize I am Brahman. Om Nilambuja Shyamal Komalangam Sita Samaropita Vamabhagam Panau Maha Sayakacharu Chapam Namami Ramam Raghuvanshanatham. Adorations to Lord Rama, whose complexion is like a blue lotus, is very tender and delightful in appearance. Sita is seated on his left side, carrying a powerful bow and arrow in his hands. Shri Ramcharitmanas, the Ramayana, in Ayodhya Kanda, and the context, Rama, Lakshmana and Sita, they have come to Valmiki's ashram, Sage Valmiki, and they are inquiring about a good spot in the forest where they could live happily for 14 years. And Sage Valmiki first gives a very philosophical answer. Rama as God, Ishvara, and a devotee is advising him where he should reside. And the same topic has been given in the Gita, where the topic is, who is loved by God? Krishna himself says, who is dear to me? So there Krishna himself describes it, what Valmiki is telling in the Ramayana. In fact, all these scriptures go into different Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavata. And behind that is the Vedas, the Upanishads, the Gita. Moving towards continuing verse number 126. Sage Valmiki continues to give a devotional and highly mystical answer to Rama's inquiry where he should live. सोई जानई जही देहु जनाई, जानत तुम ही होई जाई. O Rama, tell me, where are you not? And only that devotee comes to know you whom you enable him to be realized. Anyone knows you only because of your choice. You make him know you. Just to figure out, he is the only one, so what else? If a reflected sun desires to meet with the sun, who is causing the movement in the reflected sun? Figure that out. And the moment the eye opens to revelation that you are just a reflection, then you have no affection for your reflection. You shed your reflection and come back. Aham Brahma. I am that am I. Thus, whoever knows becomes Brahman. Knowing Brahman is to be Brahman. More allegorically, to become Brahman. As long as you don't know Brahman, led by your mind, you are deluded. You are dreaming. तुम्हारी ही कृपा तुम्हीं रघुनंदन, जानहि भगत भगत उर चंदन. It is by your grace that your devotee come to realize you. You are the cooling sandal powder for putting balm on the hearts of the devotees. Apply some sandal and you will know that's what it means. Sandalwood comes, and sandal term comes in all allegorical glorification of God. Lotuses, sandalwood, lots of things that are natural, they are associated with God. Peacock. When we describe God's beauty, we say, lotus eyes, lotus feet. Without going to too many details, the idea is here, just like the sandalwood gives a sense of cooling, balming, and creates an atmosphere, Sheetal Manda Sugandha, cool, gentle, fragrant. In the same way, God's grace brings a balming effect on your heart. Human heart is tortured by so many things. Fortunately, we are not able to computerize it. Devotion to God is the only healing remedy. All remedies are transient. Devotion to God, once the heart receives the devotion, or as it goes on progressing towards bhakti, all those scars within your heart begin to heal with magic. And when you have high degree of devotion, then all that means nothing. Miracle takes place. The heart that was a residence of Ravana now becomes the residence of Rama. So God is Bhagat Uri Chandan. God's love is exceedingly fulfilling, profoundly delightful, yummy to your hridayam, to your heart. चिदानंदमय देह तुम्हारी विगत विकार जान अधिकारी. O Lord, O Rama, Valmiki continues, you are Chidananda, consciousness and bliss. And the full description, Satchidananda. You are Satchidananda, means you are Brahman, your existence, consciousness and bliss. These 3 points have to be focused on by your mind. And if you profoundly understand these, they are not 3, they are one and the same. The mind will be blown away. Even first point, Sat, a profound sense that no matter how things happen, no matter how you see things, people, animals, birds come and go, the I am in you, the real you, is ever existent. You are eternal, immortal. That is potential in every individual. Because all individuals are in the realm of Maya, just like all reflected suns. They don't have real mathematical differences. They are all illusions. But when you direct a reflected sun towards its essential nature, what is that essential nature? That's Satchidananda. You are absolute existence, which means mortality that goes after every individual like a howling jackal. That mortality turns back. When you look at it with a tiger's eyes. Aham Brahma. I am Brahman. Sat. Chit. And that Sat is pure awareness. And that pure awareness is absolute joy. This is the description of God. So instead of just saying God, 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 that's okay. Try to go into the details, the real meaning. Just like you have a big treasure buried in your own house. And you come to be informed that you have it. So if you go on saying treasure, 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 it gives you some comfort. But you have to start digging, start discovering, start realizing, start utilizing that knowledge, or overcoming your weaknesses, developing more patience and endurance, even in challenging situations, developing good-heartedness, and so forth. Then you are digging your treasure. And you don't really have to wait until all is dug down. Your treasure begins to manifest in degrees, little by little, progressive movement. चिदानंदमय देह तुम्हारी, विगत विकार जान अधिकारी. O Rama, you are Satchidananda. Vigat Vikar. All vikaras are defects, modifications, changes. All these are called vikaras. The basic vikaras: Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Matsarya. Desire, anger, greed, egoism, jealousy, all these. And another way of looking at vikaras are the changes that occur in your personality. You are born, then you are given a name, Asti, Jayate. Then you begin to grow, Vardhate. Then you change from boyhood to youth state, Viparinamate. Then you begin to age, Apakshiyate. And finally come to an end. These changes occur in all things of the world, especially with all embodied beings. You can see the changes in them in a special way. And your understanding goes on changing along with these changes that occur, along with these vikaras. But the real you, the real Rama, that Rama is everyone, Rama our God is the reality in everyone. That Rama is completely free of all these defects. Just like you go through lots of experiences, lots of difficult situations in your dream, and every moment dream is changing. And yet nothing of that dream is real. That understanding is the abode for Rama. That's what Valmiki says. Whoever has that type of understanding, there you dwell. He doesn't have to tell him where to dwell, he is already there. Of course, that's what Valmiki is saying, you are already there. Nartanu dharehu santa sura kaja, kahu karahu jasa prakrita raja. And in this, Valmiki also recognizes that Rama has come in human form for performing Leela, divine sport, and presenting spiritual ideal for the masses, allowing the dharma to rise, adharma to be removed. And therefore Valmiki said, you are acting like normal, righteous king. राम देखी सुनि चरित तुम्हारे, जड़ मोहि बुध होहि सुखारे. Seeing your actions in your daily life, those who are not spiritually sensitive, those who are dull-wit, they don't understand you. They are gripped by their moha. Example, there are people who have, each time they see Rama going through the forest, the whole gossip from the royal palace begins to express through the mouths of what Kaikeyi did, what King Dasharatha did, how many people reacted to it. But Kaikeyi succeeded. Look, shouldn't be like Kaikeyi. So, instead of Rama before them, should be a source of great joy and inspiration. Dull-wits have turned their mind to the whole politics of Ayodhya. But you have already seen in the descriptions that along with those, there were wise people who were so thrilled by seeing Rama, as if the purpose of life was fulfilled by having Rama before. Lochan phalalabha, to have eyes. And what do you ultimately, what can really give you absolute fulfillment through your eyes? Again, eyes, I'm using more allegorically. Eyes means vision. All your vision continues to envision so many things. And it never gives you fulfillment. You always want to see, have darshan. But what is that? Having seen, all is seen. That God. So jara mohahi, those who remain dull-wit stage, the divine creation exists only to keep their mind filled with gossips, negativity, and keep them involved in karmic bondage. But those who are spiritual aspirants, those who have attained qualifications of being an aspirant, to them this life that has been given to you, the world in which you are evolving, all this becomes a source of immense joy. Because through all this you are being led to glory of God. And glory of God is again going to further the glory of I am. Your real I am is not your ego. That I am is entire universe. An entire universe being like dream has no reality that you can bring out in the terms of time, space, causation. For simple understanding, the sun creates so many illuminations, but in the sun itself, all these illuminations don't make any separate existence of the multiplicity. In sun there is no multiplicity. तुम जो कहु करहु सब साचा, जस काछिए तस चाहिए ना था। O Rama, whatever you say, whatever you do, matches up with aspirations of the aspirants. And every aspect of yours inspires people in their different levels. So, you are embodied as a human being, and so it is perfectly proper for you to act as a human being. पूछे हूँ मोही कि रहूं कहाँ, मैं पूछत सकुचाऊं। जहाँ न हो तहाँ देहु कही, तुम्हें दिखाऊं ठाऊं। You have asked me, where should I live? But I am shy asking you back. Tell me, where are you not living? If you do that, then I will tell you where you should live. सुनि मुनि बचन प्रेम रस साने, सकुचि राम मन महु मुस्काने. Words steeped with devotion coming from Valmiki. Rama was delighted to hear all this. And expressing his face as if he was feeling shy, internally smiling. And Sage Valmiki joyously continued to bring out his words steeped in nectarine love. सुनि मुनि बचन प्रेम रस साने, सकुचि राम मन बहु मुस्काने. वाल्मीकि हंसी कहीं बहोरी, बानी मधुर अमीय रस बोरी. Rama felt shy and started smiling internally. And Valmiki continues to give this spiritual inspiring words flow from his tongue, glorifying devotion to Rama. And the topic is, where should Rama abide? Where should God abide? The topic is allegorical. It's not, there's no problem with Rama where he should abide. But the problem is the spiritual seekers, in whose heart there will manifest the experience of Rama's presence. So that's who is the real devotee. So the same topic Gita brings out in chapter 12, verses 13 to 20. All deals with who is my dear devotee. And here, another way of putting, where does God live? He will not live in a place that is undear. सुनहु राम अब कहूँ निकेता, जहाँ बसहु सिय लखन समेता. Now I will tell, O Rama, abode where you should abide, not just you, Siya Lakhan Sameta, you, Sita, Lakshmana. Turn your attention. So Rama is jnana, wisdom. Lakshmana is practice of meditation, dhyana yoga. Sita is viveka buddhi, that type of intellect that brings about revelation of the self. So, whose heart is fit for these three movements to occur? But all these three movements simply implies love of God. Love of Rama automatically has three aspects. Where Rama is, there will be Lakshmana, and there will be Sita. Your personality will progress on the path of meditation. Meditation will open the door. Rama in turn will perfect your meditation. Meditation and jnana, they are complementary relation. And Sita is the target. Target means to develop viveka buddhi. As viveka buddhi develops, there is revelation. Aham Brahmasmi. The same has been further embellished by Tulsidas ji. Not only Rama, Lakshmana and Sita, but put Hanuman also into it. Pavan Tanaya Sankataharan, Mangal Murati Roop, Ram Lakhan Sita Sahit, Hridaya Basahu Surabhu. Praying to Hanuman, may you abide in my heart along with Ram, Lakshman and Sita. So that is divine presence. If you have all these factors, it's khichdi, and you are enjoying it, yummy, yummy, yummy in your heart level. Now we have a picture of what devotion means. And that's what you work for. These are ideals. Ideal is not easy. But the ideal points out the path. As you move towards it, you make your sadhana more and more meaningful. If you don't have the understanding of the ideal, your sadhana becomes more and boring. Because you demand answer to your prayer. You count the number of your japa. You complain how long you have been doing sadhana, and the scriptures have told lies. Now, the answer is coming. Sunahu Ram kab kahun niketa, जहां बसहु सिय लखन समेता, जिनके श्रवण समुद्र समाना, कथा तुम्हारी सुभग सरी नाना. Abide in that, the heart of that person whose ears are like the ocean. What's the characteristic of the ocean? All the rivers go, and the ocean doesn't flood. If your ears become like the ocean, and the rivers that now you are getting are rivers of glory of God, listening to all about God, glory of God, His power, how to know God, all His insight that is given by scriptures, Vedas and Puranas, all saintly sayings. So your ear should not be limited. It shouldn't be like a little pond that overfloods. And what is left in the ears is a buck. Ear should be like the ocean. It's figurative. You can't have ocean in your head. Simple point. The more you listen, first understand simple psychology. If you love someone deeply, the more you listen about the person, the more you talk about it. There is no end. You go on. You don't say, you have already done 2 chapters. Stop it. So, if ordinary, superficial type of love has so much effect, and your mind gets interested, you may imagine if you are directing your attention to God, who is the reality behind all that you love. So therefore, simple point, in a very simple way, listen to the teachings of the scriptures, listen to satsanga, but never come to that stage, oh, I have been coming to satsanga for 20 years. Well, that's enough now. The other way around. I mean, 20 years I am coming, and I'm still so thrilled to go there, as if I have never been there before. Then spiritual sensitivity is developing in you. Katha tumhari subhagasari nana. And all the glory of God and all the philosophy you hear, all that is called Katha Tumhari, Ram's story. Satyameva Jayate, truth triumphs, is the story of Rama. Bharahi nirantar ho hina pure, tinke hiye tum kahu griha krure. Those people who have who possess such ears, and they are never fulfilled, never satisfied with listening. O Rama, abide in their heart. Rure, drid, not shaky foundation. Stay there. Lochan chatak jinh kari rakhe, rahi darash jaladhar abhilashe. Those who have their eyes like the eyes of the chataka bird, that's a mystic bird, that goes on looking for the moon, and the moon captivates the eyes of this bird. You become the moon, and your devotee is the chataka bird. And this chataka bird is just like peacocks wait for rain to come, clouds to gather that bring rain. Chataka waits for Rama's vision to come to delight its heart. A Chataka bird waits for the moon to come. Here again you must realize, listening to it, your mind will think of visualizing that will come, Rama will come either in your dream or somewhere, and will see, I will recognize him because he must have bow and arrow. That's kindergarten level of trying to draw attention of people. That darshan, the real darshan is when you begin to develop, discover that you have a virtuous quality waiting in your heart, and suddenly you realize you have humility, you have selfless love, you have compassion. These are the fingers of God. You don't have to do manicure, cutting nails, manicure. You are having darshan of God. When you develop spiritual quality and thereby become aware of your mystic potentiality, that's real darshan. But if you have simply darshan that you simply go on remembering and talking about it and have made no changes in your life, that's a gossip. You must know, I'm talking from a very advanced level. Otherwise, even in a wrong way and mistaken way, when you talk of darshan of God, it's the most blessed thing to happen. But in order to lead you not to stay in kindergarten, I have to talk on higher level. निदरहि सरित सिंधु सर भारी रूप बिंदु जल होई सुखारी. Here is a very profound statement. This is a statement of sannyasa. And what it means? When you develop that glory of God as ocean, that simile was given in relation to your ears. Your ears should be like ocean, and all that you hear should be God's glory. Now this is another table has turned. The ocean, all the worldly pleasure and all the worldly interesting talks, they are like the ocean. But if you have devotion to God, you have nothing to do with this ocean. All that you want is one drop of your beautiful darshan. One drop, not too much. One drop of God's vision excels all this ocean of the world process. All the pleasures you can think of, from beginningless time to endless process. Through millions of years, all happiness of the world, put them together. One drop excels. All the lights and illuminations of the night, artificial illuminations, you can put together. One drop from the sun excels all. This is Upanishadic topic. The all world and all its attainments are called alpam. Alpam means little. English word little, which means nothing. Contrasted from bhuma, infinite bliss, unconditioned. So you have choice to keep your mind busy and keep your life involved with karma after karma, for capturing things that are alpam, little. Turn your attention to develop bhakti, devotion to God. Even the slightest entry of devotion brings so much change in your personality, so much goodness. So it is a joyous movement. Challenges will be there, but you will face your challenges if your devotion, like a mountain climber faces the challenge of exploration, adventure. The spirit of adventure enters your heart in a joyous way. But without bhakti, you create imagined challenges. Things are not so worrisome, but you are worried. If mind is not busy with something constructive, it becomes devil's workshop. Devil says, is there room for me? You see, yes? Make your workshop right in my mind. So, that type of devotional mind that turns away from all the pleasures of the world and aspires for a drop of God's bliss. Behind this is advanced mathematics. You take a fragment of emotion, rather in infinity, draw any amount from infinity, that amount itself is infinity. Infinity plus infinity, infinity. Infinity minus infinity, infinity. Multiply, still it is infinity. Divide, infinity. Just take an ounce from it, it is infinity. Let me give you another simile to understand. Definition of nectar. Nectar gives you immortality. But now, if you are mathematical minded, how much nectar? If nectar is nectar, one drop is as effective as 16 ounces. Not 16 ounces, 16,000 tons. So that type of mathematics applies when we are moving towards Godward movement. Even the slightest vision of truth, even the slightest practice of spiritual reality has tremendous effect on your personality. जसु तुम्हार मानस विमल हंसिन जी हाजासु मुक्ता हल गुण गण चुनई राम बसहु तासु. Another highly allegorical, this is a very poetic language. The glory of God is like a great lake in the mountains, Manasarovar. One whose tongue is like a swan. And that swan finds in this ocean of divine glory special jewels, special pearls. Divine glory is everywhere. But the devotee picks up by his special tongue, because he has become a Soham Hamsa. He's swan. Aham, I am that type of spirit. God is with me. I am one with God. That type of relation makes a devotee like a swan. And now the swan sings the glory of God by picking up pearls here and there. The pearls imply all things, just like in Vibhuti part of the Gita, Krishna goes on describing, I am Himalayas among the mountains, I am ocean among the rivers and watery places, I am the sky. What I'm leading you to understand that the world you are experiencing is filled with glory of God. But as you become spiritually advanced, you are able to pick out special illustrations which you share with others. You inspire others by saying, look, the sun removes the darkness. God is the sun. Look at the sky. It's thrilling. All clouds come, but the sky doesn't get a scratch. Behind all that, the glory of God. Same word, and you are picking up with a swan tongue pearls of wisdom. If you find that type of a devotee, O Rama, find your residence there. You, Sita and Lakshmana. And we will continue. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhana Urvarukum Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyama Mritat Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashchid Dukha Bhag Bhavet Om Shri Ramaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.